Morning students, in last class already we have discussed about applications of resistances and branch currents like that. So in this class we are ready to discuss about electric cells. So how many types of cells we have, how to use these cells once we will think it. In any electrical circuits generally we are used electric cells or batteries. So electric cells are mainly classified into two types. One is the primary cells and another one is the secondary cells. Okay, one more thing, students, here electric cells are used as electric sources. What are the things? Electric cells are used as electric sources. So, how to we can define electric cell? Electric cell is a device in which a constant potential difference is maintained between two conductors or two terminals, either by chemical reactions or by mechanical actions. In any cell compulsory we are ready to using as some chemical solutions. Electric cells concept is here that chemical energy is converted into electrical energy. So that is the nature involved in electric cells. Say here electric cells mainly were classified into how many types of primary cells and secondary cells. So how to discuss about primary cells? So for example, if you are used a cell means if suppose after using that one we are unable to recharge that cell, the type of cells only we are calling as a primary cells. So we are discussing here these cells provides a current as a result of chemical reaction but cannot be recharged after use. Means after using that cells we are unable to recharge. The type of cells only we are calling as primary cells. So what about secondary cells? So secondary cells means just in a reverse manner we will discuss. Okay, after using that one we can able to recharge. So those type of cells only we are calling as secondary cells. These are the cells can be recharged after using. Okay, thus a result of reversible reaction the electrical energy is stored in it. So here after recharging further here electrical energy is stored in it. These are the basic information about cells. So in this cells we are ready to discussing about one more important concept, that is electromotive force. What is the thing? Electromotive force. That electromotive force is simply we are calling as EMF. Okay, what is the thing? EMF. EMF is nothing but electromotive force. This one is represented with capital E. How to represent, students? Capital E is the representation for EMF. So one more thing, EMF is measured in terms of volts only. How to we can represent that one? That one is measured in terms of volts only. Now just we can go for definition for EMF. So how to define this EMF? Electromotive force of a cell is defined as work done to carry a unit positive charge through the complete circuit including the charge flow inside the cell. So inside the cell also the charge will be flowing. For flowing that one, okay, we can do some work on it. Okay, how much amount of work is done on charge to moving a charge inside of the cell in a circuit, that only we are calling as electromotive force. Say amount of work done, we are carrying a unit positive charge through the complete circuit including the charge flow inside the cell, only we are calling as electromotive force. This electromotive force is simply we are represented with EMF, or in the form of shortcut we are represented as capital E. It is also measured in terms of volt. So students, now we want to discuss about differences between potential difference and electromotive forces. Simple points we are ready to discussing about EMF of the cell and potential difference. Here one tabular column I am representing, few points I am representing in this tabular column. So first in left side I am taking as EMF of cell, and in right side I am taken as potential difference. So how to go for that EMF points means, so we are going for EMF, it is used as a source of energy. That is the thing already we know. So it is used as source of energy. So next, in case of potential difference, it is measured between any 2 points of the electric circuit. Means between any 2 points, how much the variation, how much difference is present between those 2 points, that only we are calling as a potential difference in that circuit. So next, one more thing is electromotive force is never depends on resistance involved in the circuit. Means EMF is independent of resistance of the circuit. Means that is not depends on resistance present in a circuit. But potential difference is depends on the resistance between the 2 points of the circuit. Means in any circuit resistance is present, means here V is depends on that resistance. That is the second point we are discussed. So then we are going for third points in both the cases. So the EMF is the maximum potential difference between the electrodes of a cell when the cell is in its open circuit. Means in open circuits we are discussing about EMFs, but in closed circuits we are discussing about potential differences. So in case of potential difference, it is the difference of potentials between 2 points in a closed circuit. Means in open circuits we will discuss about EMFs, in closed circuits we are discussing about potential differences. So one more thing is EMF is cause why electromotive force is acts as a source in a circuit. So EMF is acts as a cause and potential difference is acts as an effect. So that is the thing. So one more thing, students, it is always, means EMF is always greater than the potential difference. So EMF is always greater than the potential difference, and potential difference is always less than the EMF. These are the differences we know very well about EMFs and potential difference. Then students, we want to discuss about two important points in case of cells concept. First one is discharging of cells. So once observe here diagram, this is one cell we are given. So in this cell here, this is one positive charge is present, here one negative terminal is present. So here we are represented arrow directions like this. In this direction we are represent, this one is also in this direction. These arrow marks representing notation of currents. Okay, which one that one? Notation of currents we can take. In this condition, discharging of a cell, when current is drawn from a cell, means current is we are collecting from the cell, then we are considered as a cell is discharging. Okay, in this condition, what the thing will be happen? Current inside the cell is from cathode to anode. So for example, this is cathode. So now inside the cell, what's the thing we are observing? Current is flowing from cathode to anode. Cathode to anode, this one is moving. So and outside the cell, from anode to cathode, this one is the thing. This is we are calling as a discharging of cell. Maximum in our concepts we are thinking about and we are observing about discharging of a cell only. Then we will going for charging of a cell. Okay students, now we are discussing about charging of cell. Okay, in this charging of cell also once observe the thing, this is the one cell representation. Here this is the positive terminal and this one is the negative terminal. Okay, so this is we are taking as anode and this one is we are taking as a cathode. So in this situation, what's the thing? When current is set inside of a cell or sent into a cell, that only we are calling as what? Charging a cell. Okay, then in this situation what happened? Current inside the cell is from anode to cathode, means current is flowing from positive terminal to negative terminal inside of the cell, and outside of the cell what's the thing will be happen? In reverse condition, the current will be flows from cathode to anode. So in these situations only we may calling cell is in which condition? Charging condition. So we are discussed about EMFs and potential differences, charging of cells and discharging of cells. Then further we are going to about internal resistance of a cell. So how to represent internal resistance of a cell? Internal resistance of a cell is we are represented with a small r. So in any cell electrolyte is present means, okay, inside of the electrolyte some resistance will be present. Those resistances only we are calling as internal resistance of a cell. So here how to observe this thing means, internal resistance of cell is the resistance of the electrolyte between the anode and a cathode of a cell. That only we are calling as internal resistance of the cell. Internal resistance of cell is nothing but what? Okay, that is nothing but resistance of electrolyte between anode and a cathode present in a cell is known as internal resistance of a cell. So internal resistance is accurately measured by using a device that is potentiometer. So potentiometer is useful to measuring internal resistance of a cells accurately. So which device is useful for measuring okay internal resistances? Potentiometer is a device used to measuring internal resistance of a battery. That is one thing. So one more thing, we want to find out expression for current in a simple circuit. So now observe the things, students. Here expression for current in a simple circuit. How to observe this thing? Once simply we can identify it. So here observe carefully. Consider a cell having EMF and internal resistance R is connected to a resistance R, forms a closed circuit. Means observe the carefully, this is one closed circuit we have. In this closed circuit resistance R is present. Here one battery or one cell is present. This is a positive terminal and this one is a negative terminal. So this battery having EMF capital E, and that also having some internal resistance small r. So in this diagram we are introducing here capital R and small r is in which combination? Series combination. So if required here you can represent this one as internal resistance small r. So this resistance and this resistance in which combination? Series combination only. So both are connected into end to end combination only. So here capital R and small r is in series combination, means effective resistance is becomes as R plus small r, capital R plus small r. So here what's the thing we can observe by Ohm's law? We have one relation, E is equal to I into here capital R plus small r. So here one thing, E is equal to I into capital R plus I into small r, E is equal to V plus IR. We know very well by Ohm's law V is equal to, what's the relation here? V is equal to IR. So E is equal to IR plus IR, then we are represented E is equal to V plus IR, or V is equal to E minus IR. This is V value present in that circuit. So in this notations we are observing as here capital E is greater than V. So and then we want to find out current in that circuit. So in further way we can represent E is equal to I into R plus R. So I value is equal to how much? Capital E divided by capital R plus small r. This is the current flow in the circuits. So students, in next class we will discuss about cells in series combinations and cells in parallel combination. Okay, thank you.